Hello, beautiful ones. I'm recording this video. I wanted to pop it up here on YouTube so that it's easy for anyone that wants to know a little bit more about the stand-up program and what's involved to come along, and I can include a little bit more about why you might like to join stand up and what benefit is there for you joining the stand up, specifically the foundations course, which is all about being in a fabulously exceptional even relationship with yourself, because ultimately that underpins every relationship that you have with every zone of empowerment in your entire life, whether that be the areas of life where you're in relationship with other humans, whether there are areas of life where you're in relationship to something like money or time, or just the experience of being alive and aliveness and your legacy and your purpose. Those types of experiences are relational too, and how we feel in and of ourselves underpins the way that we show up and the experience that we get to have with all of those different aspects of life. So the stand-up program is about getting the foundations laid so that you can stand up. And by that, I mean be in the full expression of all that you are, get to live this human experience, this life as you. You only get to be you. You don't get to choose that. we maybe at some level, maybe at some dimensional level, we did get to choose the you that we get to be this time around. But I'm really meaning, like, why make this experience, this you that you are, wrong in any way? And how can we embrace it and allow ourselves to enjoy it and even enhance the experience that we're having? And so the ways that we're going to work on that together in this container. So the stand-up container is going to be a small group. It is just for women. I'm not suggesting this work is not important for all gendered humans, but this space I'm curating is a female-only space in people in female bodies. Sexuality is not important, but have been born into a female body. And so therefore carry some of the collective stories about women, the feminine, those types of pieces. And hopefully I envision within this container, we'll be healing some of those sisterhood wounds that that can be unconsciously held within the collective. But really, this is about your relationship with the you that you are. And so we're going to be incorporating deep acceptance of the you that you are. We're going to be looking at some of the patterns and the programs that could be playing out in your life often, more often than not, subconsciously, whether that is people-pleasing style behaviors, whether that is actually more of a driven, proving type behavior, which can both come from places of feeling like, in order to be loved by other people, in order to be accepted, in order to be valued, that we have to show up in a way that is not actually the truth of who we are, or we're putting ourselves last or behind or neglecting even our own needs and desires, wants, boundaries, the ability to say no to other people when the timing isn't aligned or that it doesn't feel right. And so learning to find those value of self, feeling worthy, feeling deserving, feeling that you matter, and also allowing yourself to start to find clarity within of what aligns to the truth of who you are as we start to see through and kind of excavate the pieces and parts of you that may be lying underneath. A funny moment when there's a truck like parking next door and the dog's watching. The pieces and parts of you that are underneath that perhaps have not had the experience of being in their full expression, that have stayed hidden, that have even perhaps been abandoned. We're going to see how are those affecting the you that you are in this moment. And by no means are we dredging up the past. That's not what I'm talking about. We are exploring the you that shows up on the call in the moment and going to hold that with so much compassion and so much love as we work through finding a way to be at peace and deeply contented with who we get to be, who we are. And we can explore within that. Who are we becoming? Who do we want to become? What is the identity that we want to inhabit on our time on this planet? And so, what other part did I feel like I've missed something else? We will be in this container practicing speaking up. So, part of standing up in your full expression is learning about conscious communication, is learning about using your voice. And once the anchoring of deep self-acceptance and I hope even self-love starts to land, the way we speak up for ourselves can change. It's not a proving or a pleasing. It's that in the middle space, the place that's like, does this moment need my voice? Have got something that contributes to the loving frequency in this moment? And how can that make this space safer, better, more loving, more expressive, more expansive for everybody? Rather than the way that communication can often be a conflicting. And how can we find the ways to stand up for ourselves and our boundaries and our needs and our desires in ways that aren't in conflict with other people? And that starts by learning how we're speaking to ourselves. And it starts with practicing speaking up in spaces, in space. We're going to put the dog out before I record the next one of these. I hope you can hear as loudly as I can. So we will be using some of the time on the live calls for people to have an opportunity to speak. Now, don't let that make you feel nervous, because this is a safe space or a safe enough space, right, to bring what is on your heart in that moment. And this will be guided, and I will be holding the container in a way that we all committed and know where we stand with each other as we do that. But it feels really important that we start to actually practice how we can speak from the heart, can speak our truth, and explore how that feels in our bodies. How is our nervous system feeling in that moment? So this is like a playground for us to practice. So build that fabulous relationship with yourself. And I promise you will start to see it affecting the relationships all around you, albeit there is going to be a stand-up level 2 and there's going to be a stand-up level 3, because I know that this is a gateway to magic. And by that, I mean, you can start experiencing things you didn't believe were possible before by exploring this. And this is something that you have control over. You get to actually start playing with what frequency, what energetic frequency do you want to be in your body, in your being, as this you that you are, which is so much more than just your body, you know? Anyway, we may or may not bring some little pieces of human design through the program. I'm excited to explore that if that works out. But for now, that's enough. I'll put the link below that has all the details about the dates, the investment, and timings, all of those sorts of things. So hopefully that answers any questions, but do feel free to reach out if you have anything you want clarity on. You can find me on Instagram at jo_Gillard, or you can also send me an email at jo@jogillard.com. And I would love to receive any questions, and I would really, really love to see you in that program. So I hope this feels good for you, or if you know anybody that you think would enjoy this experience. It's a really beautiful experience to be in a group of women, circling women in their heart open space, speaking their truth. I mean, this can only be magic that we can explore on this as we're diving into self-love and desire and value and worthy and believing and all of the good things that are going to allow you to start enjoying and really embracing your experience of being yourself. Okay. Sending you so much love. And I hope to hear again from you soon. Bye for now.